Emmaus head coach Jerald Brown, first victory of the season, and coach, a long bus trip up here to East Stroudsburg North, but you come away with the win, and I thought your boys showed a lot of resiliency tonight. You got out to a big early lead. East Stroudsburg North came back, and this game came right down to the wire. And just talk about how your boys were able to overcome some adversity and win here at East Stroudsburg North.
Well, first I want to say, Scott, I'm really, really proud of the boys. You know, you said the word resilience. That's what it took. Moxie. I told the boys at the end of the game just now in the locker room, I said, all those 1 point, 2 point losses, semi-blowouts, maybe a blowout here or there, however you want to look at it, but that prepared them for this moment. There's nothing like learning on the job, and we have been battle tested from the outcome, from the beginning of the season until now. And I'm really proud of the boys for stepping up and meeting the moment.
Thanks again for coming.
They stepped up. They showed moxie. They showed resilience. They showed the heart of a lion, and they didn't give up. And the experiences from the games prior, I think, is what led us to be able to close this game out.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, Coach. I mean, early in the season, you had a couple one-possession games that could have went either way. What do you feel ultimately was the difference tonight? I know you made some key free throws down the stretch. Mike Rooney, Jack Sensitz, Owen Hafner, and those free throws really proved big.
Yeah, they did. And we're a team who sometimes struggle at the free throw line throughout the season. But again, I think the experience from being in those games, those tight games, those guys feeling the feet, leaving a sour taste in their mouth. Us going back, I attribute us going back in practice, in practicing situations. Put situational times on the clock where you're down 2 with 10 seconds left, just practicing them daily in practice every day. Prepare them for close games. We're a team, at the end of the day, we're a team that averages 51 points a game. So that means that we're going to have to hold opponents to under 50 points to get wins. So that means that we're going to play disciplined defense, and we're going to have to take care and value every possession. And if we do that, and as we continue to stack games and stack those practices doing that, we'll be in games. But is this a team that's going to score 70, 80 points a game? No, I realize that. But again, I go back to that word I keep telling you, collectively as a group. If we share the ball, we work the ball inside out, we'll be in every game.
Yeah, and you use that word, Coach. Tuesday night, a rough one over at Allen, 6-point game at half, and then really got away from your team in the second half. But I thought tonight coming up here, you talk about the team aspect, right? And Jake Ross come off the bench. He had 13 points. Chase Whitesell had 11. Mike Rooney had 8. I thought your team shared the ball really well, and when you had to come up with defensive stops, you did.
Yes, we did. And I think if the boys continue to buy into what we're trying to do as a staff, work collectively as a group. There's one ball, but there's enough for everybody to eat. And every night there may be someone who's our leading scorer, but everybody will score if we share the ball. I often tell the boys, the basketball has energy. It's energy. Guys, you're supposed to go out the back. The basketball is energy. When you move it, it makes everybody else on the court move. So it's energy. If we pass, I have a shot, but he has a better shot. Be willing to sacrifice your shot for your brother's shot, and then vice versa, he'll do that. And we'll all get a chance to score, and that's fun basketball. And they're buying into it. You can see, they have moments where they like to revert back, which drives me insane. But I have to say I've seen progression, and they are buying in. And that's the hardest thing to do when you're taking over a team who has a lot of inexperience at the varsity level, the 7 o'clock hour, and putting a new coach, a new system in. But they're buying in.
Both teams came into this game winless in the league, still early in the season. Did you feel like this was really a must-win for this team, considering, the schedule ahead? And, you have some games coming up next week that, 3 games, but you probably felt that coming up here tonight, we needed to get this one.
Yes. this was a game that I felt that we needed to get. I told the boys all week long, this is the one. Because if we didn't get this win, we all know 0-5, 0-6, you start to see the morale, you start to see the lights kind of go out in the guys' eyes. So by getting this win, you heard the locker room, that eruption, that jubilee, that joy. Now we have something to build off of. Now we have something that's carrying us. We've now built up some momentum that can hopefully propel us into the next game, and we can take that sweet taste and continue to have a good week practice next week and build on it.
Throughout the early part of the season, Coach, you've been playing a lot of players. Tonight you didn't, and I think you really found something tonight with some of these guys that really can play. We talked about Jake Ross in the game that he had. Jack Sensitz, came up with some big free throws late in the game, and Mike Rooney as well. So I feel you walk away from this game knowing that, I know my guys that I want on the floor moving forward.
Yes, I do. We played around with some lineups early on because we started slow. Tonight we started quick.
Yeah.
So I think they told me who they need to be on. I think that told me who needs to be on the court until something else happens. But I gave it back over to the seniors. If you notice, I started 5 seniors the last 2 games. This is their senior year.
Yep.
This is their legacy that they're leaving. And who am I? I'm going to give you a chance to cement your legacy and lead us. So they stepped up. We had some young guys come in and play big. Like you said, Jake Ross came in and played big. He got on that block, and he was a force to reckon with.
Can't forget about Chase Whitesell. He had 11 points in the game.
Yes, he did. Chase came down the stretch. He early in the game, he had missed a couple of jumpers, and he stepped up in that moment. Senior leadership coming off a great football season.
Yep.
A great linebacker coming off a great football season. He met the moment. He didn't cower away. He didn't shout. He shot down. So, again, I'm pleasantly pleased. We still have a lot of work to do. But what they did today on the road, an hour and a half away, shows me that they have what it takes. And we'll keep pushing.
Congrats on the win, Coach.
Thank you, Scott.
You got it.